FAMIS stands for Financial Analysis and Management Information System. It is a web-based software, and it stands between the local accounting and the management report to either Cartesius or Hyperion or others. It is a budget planning tool, a client profitability tool, and a management and training tool for advertising agencies. Today, advertising agencies work mainly with Excel, which is not SOX compliant and extremely cumbersome. The issue are multiple templates, one for budget, one for profitability, one for other analysis. It's hard to audit the formulas. You depend on the person who made the template. You may have errors, time consuming, insecurity in working collaboratively. The advantage of FAMIS is a true collaborative tool. Media can input billing information, payroll, maintenance, salary information, etc. It's easier to edit. You can view all the formulas at any time. It allows for instant what-if analysis. You can drill down, and this is a very key point, you can drill down on any number presented so that you can explain numbers at all times. You have head count, average salaries, by department, by gender. It's a management tool. You can view employee CV, client contract, other documents. You don't depend on employees because the company controls the data. It's web-based and you have the control. Total transparency. You have all the questions answered via FAMIS. You can have fraud detection, and you can do instant benchmark analysis. It's a teaching tool also, because you can build in within FAMIS. You can build in the rules of operation. Okay, let's start FAMIS. You log in, and the home page has 4 areas. An area for administrative setup of users and the right of those users. Setup of corporate and local parameters, where we look at the organization, the account, the exchange rate, corporate period, human resource, and the same parameters on the local level. A working area where we have a data input of data information, revenues, and expenses, the possibility of importing information of revenue and expenses via Excel template, the possibility of doing profitability analysis by client, by product, the closing function of a monthly closing and a period closing, and report profit and loss, different kind of schedules, and on human resource. And the 4th area is where defining the user, the period the user is working on, and the business unit the user is working on. Some interesting points in the setup process. FAMIS is totally flexible and adaptable to different rules, different organizations, different countries. We have seen that we can have any type of service type. Also, we can link the company policy via a document or comments that we want to write for that specific service type. We can do that for chart of account. For each account, we have a company policy for many other places in FAMIS. We can have any type of exchange rates. Those could be monthly average, constant rate, end of the month rate, and also we would have access to all countries, a library for all countries in the world, and for any type of year. Accounting period, we have flexibility here. We could have preliminary budget 1, 2, 3, final budget, latest estimate, etc. We have total flexibility also for salary action. So that when we work on our budget, we can specify if we have a legal raise, if we have new hire, freelance, new hire for replacement, any type of changes in salary, departure of employees, etc. In the revenue category, we've seen the same flexibility. We can have any type of revenue categories, and I think this is interesting in our very changing communication environment. FAMIS can adapt immediately to new requirements from the corporation. And now let's look at the local level. For each corporate account, we can have one or more local accounts. For example, for this corporate account employee social taxes, locally we have different accounts, but more importantly, FAMIS can assign a rule to those accounts so that when we add an employee in our budget process, or we separate from an employee, or we give a raise to an employee, FAMIS will automatically recalculate the cost of staff. Also, FAMIS will recalculate according to the payment format of the employees. So you can build any number of payment format, and by only clicking on the local account, you either accept it or reject it. So for example, I don't want vacation for this person, and I do not want Fundo de Garantia for this person. I just click them off, I save, and keep on working. On client, local client, we have the possibility to link a local contract. For example, here I can see the contract of AstraZeneca, and we can also define revenue for the percentage of revenue for each revenue category by product. So for example, we can have a different commission for media by product if it happens, or we can have different percentage of commission for production, etc. Last point on overview and setup, you can attach to any country different documents. It could be a report, it could be a fact book, a deck of presentation, etc. In the next video, we will cover data input process and the reporting system of FAMIS. See you there. Bye-bye.